Hey everybody, Coach Liz here from Effectus Athletics. I also have Coach Jackie, and it's been pretty hot out the last few days, and we've had some pretty sweaty athletes in the gym. And going into a pretty hot 4th of July weekend, we thought, what not a better time to talk about hydration. So,
absolutely.
Things we're going to cover today. I'm going to talk about why your body does need water. So why does your body need water? Number one, it helps you transport nutrients. So think about if you had powder sitting on a screen. How are you going to get the powder onto the other side of the screen? You're going to dilute it with a liquid or with water. So imagine if that powder are your nutrients in your body that you're consumed. That water will dilute that powder, get it through the screen, and help deliver it to the rest of your body. So being properly hydrated is going to help transport those nutrients to the rest of your body. Also, water helps lubricate your joints. So a good example for this is if you were to compare the cartilage around your joints to a sponge. If you had a dry sponge, imagine how the impact would be from your bones or your joints onto that dry sponge. It's not going to be super awesome. If you have a nice hydrated sponge, it's going to be a lot more comfortable, a lot less impact, and your body's going to be able to move a lot better, less painful, right?
Yeah, next time you go to do dishes and you pick up that hard sponge, think about that sponge being in between each one of your discs in your back and how well that's going to absorb impact versus after you get your sponge wet, start doing the dishes, nice soft sponge, that's going to be a lot better on your knees and in your back.
Absolutely. And really what we want to talk about and focus on a lot is also how important it is to stay hydrated to help regulate your body temperature. Fun fact, the earth is regulating its temperature through water. So our body does the same thing, different process, but it's really important to stay hydrated. So how this works is your body temperature will raise as you are getting hot, right? And the way for it to cool down is your sweat glands will become activated and they'll pull water and salt from your body to the surface of your skin. Then the water will then evaporate from your body or from your skin, taking that heat away. So if you don't have a good hydration, or if you're not hydrated well, then your body isn't able to sweat and it's not able to pull that heat and get it to evaporate away. So then you risk becoming overheated, having more fatigue, not recovering well, and just in general not having the best performance. So these are just a few reasons of why your body needs water.
Yeah, so speaking of sweating, how much water do we actually need? So here's the thing. We lose water not only through sweating, but we lose water through feces. Our organs use water. Our GI or digestive system uses water. So on average, a sedentary individual who does no activity throughout their day, females need about 11.4 cups, males need about 15.6 cups of water, and that's with zero activity. So now we take the nice humid summers of Minnesota, we add in some activity, intensity of exercise, body composition, lots of things play a role into how much water we lose every single day. But on average, adequate intake for females is 11.4 and for males is 15.6 cups. The whole 8 glasses of 8 ounces per day, nobody really knows where that came from. It honestly is not supported by research. However, if you're drinking maybe only a few cups a day, that's a great place to start and work up to drinking that much water. But realistically, the 8 glasses at 8 ounces is just not enough water, especially if we think about activity throughout the day, working out, sweating with this humidity, the temperature, all those things really add up. And believe it or not, in an hour-long exercise in high temperatures with humidity, you can lose up to 3 liters of water. 3 liters, that's huge. The other thing is, believe it or not, just through breathing. So regularly when you're just breathing throughout your day, you can lose anywhere from about 150 milliliters to about 350 milliliters of water just by breathing. Add in some intense exercise and you can lose up to 600 milliliters of water just from breathing. So if I take my water bottle right here, that is almost a full one of these water bottles of losing water just from breathing. I think that's kind of crazy. So how much water do you need? So I had mentioned that adequate intake is about 11.4 cups for females, 15.6 cups for males, but that is total water intake. So we get water or fluid from not just water, but from fruits, vegetables, the foods that we eat, coffee, tea, even though those aren't ideal, but you do get some water from other areas as well. So On average, sedentary individuals, females need about 9.6 or about 74 ounces of like pure water in a day, and males need about 100 ounces or 12.6 cups of water per day. Keep in mind, this is kind of a bare minimum. We start adding in activity and sweating, and we're going to need to be eating. You're going to need to be drinking a little bit more water than that. But here's the thing, guys. If you're coming from a place of where you only drink a few cups of water a day, slowly work on increasing your water intake throughout the day. Maybe you initially give yourself a goal of 50 ounces. You don't want to drink all 50 ounces at once, so make sure you spread that out throughout your day. I've heard of people setting timers on their phone. I know Liz is a huge fan of setting reminders on her phone.
Phone's always going beep, beep, gotta drink my water.
So you can give that, and there's also apps as well that can help you out. But water is so important, so stay tuned. We're going to be covering some more questions in the future of the importance of water, how to know. So next week, stay tuned. How do you know if you're dehydrated? What can you do if you're dehydrated? Kind of a couple hints. Today we're just talking about pure water intake, but just drinking lots of water does not always mean your body's absorbing it. So stay tuned to answer or get the answers to some of these questions next week. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Have an awesome 4th of July weekend, and remember to stay hydrated.